My cheeks are all red.
It's your job, like, to not be offended by, like, yes, I get we all need to be aware of, like, what we do, but it's also our jobs to control our reactions and ask ourselves, why does that offend me, or
and get to that so quick to, like, just making assumptions and then projecting, like, oh my gosh, like, you're...
But even I still do that. Like, I'll be having conversations with him about something that's really controversial, and I immediately get, like, really amped up and emotional. But it's like, really, I need to sit and, like, really think. I don't know. It's like...
Yeah, you have to have the ability to, like, see things from all sides, and, like, also agree to disagree sometimes.
Yeah.
They're literally like,
You wash your hands? And you need more chips?
Her little clip in her hair is so cute.
I know.
It's so, like, miniature. Yeah!
Like, depending on what tube
And they're not
Oh my
even
gosh.
flat. You're just grabbing random ass ones.
you just have to...
Well, you gotta do it again for the camera.
I love you.
Oh, the baby doll. Like 5 hours later.
Do it again. You like dizzy? No!
Oh!
Yeah, do it. Hold on.
Oh my gosh. This is weird. Oh, yeah! You did it!
Jesus, she's like gonna fall backwards. More too. Should we go put it in the background or here? Put it a little in the water so it'll stay cold.
It's hard to stay real in a world full of fake. It's hard to find truth when the liars are great. I'm trying my best to stay out of your way. Oh well. You talk a big talk, but got nothing to say.
Because that's how like my pages are for me. Like I post my baking stuff and I'll be like obsessing over the photo. I'd be like, dude, this photo's bomb. Like my baked good looks hella good.
So good.
And then it makes me want to bake even more.
Yeah.
Or like when I do a photo shoot and I'm like, these pictures are
out
fire.
so good, I
Then
wanna
I'm like,
do
I want to
more.
take more.
Yeah,
And
that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know why I put so much pressure on myself to like get something out, because I feel like it is this thing of like, if you want to like make it like
You
in the
have to
podcast, you have to
keep-
post every week, and it's like maybe that's the algorithm, whatever. But I also feel like I don't know, for some reason I just don't feel like I need to do that.
I just feel like it should be when you have something heavy on your mind.
Yeah, like whenever
something
I
you
feel like
you
doing
really need
it,
to
I'm not
talk
gonna
about.
force
you're
myself
not
to make a
inspired.
podcast when I don't feel inspired to do it. 'Cause
To make you fall in some spell, rather be alone than be a shell. I'm okay being me.
Have you seen those weird leg things where like if you go to bend down it becomes a chair?
you wear them on your legs.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a portable chair.
Mm-hmm.
What? That's crazy.
Look it up. Please.
What is it? What should I look up?
Portable chair. Or like.
Well, that would just be like that. It has to be like portable leg
Rope.
chair or like
Yeah. Leg
Leg.
seat. Leg attached seat.
You guys want to pull cards?
Yeah.
Oh, this was the one that. What is a lesson you'll take away from this conversation?
I feel like I always
Don't get a leg chair. I love you guys.
This one. Write a note to your younger self.
Okay, I'm gonna say like legs.
I would write her like a 4-page
Here, you can
essay.
write one first. Oh, come on, four. You are safe, you're loved, you can do anything you want. Aww. Okay, sorry to just, this goes off topic, but one time I had this like really healing moment. I was laying in bed and I don't know why I thought of this. I had never like remembered it before. So this happens to me a lot. So like my healing moments, I get random waves of memories that I've forgotten. And I literally like, it's like, it happens to me all the time and I like, it's an emotional moment for me and I cry about it and it's so weird. I remember I was laying there, it was like 3 years ago or 2 years ago, and I just remembered whenever I was little, it was me, my sister Lexi, who's older than me, and my sister Caitlin. We were all laying together on my grandpa's bed in the back watching a movie, and Lexi was older. I don't know how old I was, but Caitlin was still kind of like the baby age. I remembered like Lexi was cuddling with Caitlin. I remember like being little and I went over to snuggle with her and like Lexi pushed me away. I remember being sad as a kid. I don't know why.
Why can't I be cuddled?
Yeah, and I just remembered like, I don't know why I like thought of that memory laying in bed and I literally started like bawling my eyes out. And I pictured myself like that age, like going up on the bed and like laying with myself and like, it's making me like want to cry talking about it because it like felt so real and like felt like I was like comforting myself in that moment and like, I know, it's so weird.
I love you. I literally love you.
I wanna go
oh my god. Me too.
And unconsciously,
What's wrong,
like
baby
that,
girl?
I felt like that was probably
over
something
here.
that I was obviously affected
Our
me,
mommy's
but
coming.
I never knew that until like
Until that
up for
moment.
you.
random. And that happens to me all the time. It's happened to me. Like
That's
whenever
so
I have huge
interesting.
healing like moments, it's like a
Always like
memory
memories
that I've
you didn't
suppressed.
remember.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I remember that happened, and then I like cry
And
about
it's
it.
interesting
and
how small of a moment it might have been. But how much of
Exactly.
an impact that it might have had.
As
or
a
clearly
kid,
it
and I was
had
so,
on
like-
your,
yeah, I was such like a cuddly, loving kid, so I think that was like a real like rejection. Like that was
Yeah.
like my love language. Like, as soon as it happened, I like called my sisters and I told them I was like crying as I was saying it. I don't know why. It's just weird that little things like that always happen to me. Like memories. Just
Those are good
Go back
healing
and tell
moments.
her this.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is whenever I thought of this, I just thought of all the times when I was crying by myself and me coming up and hugging me and saying that. Yeah.
I love that. You
Am
want to
I
read
going
yours?
Sorry, that kind of like went off.
No, I
topic.
love that.
No,
It's
that
a
was
cute
good.
Nothing is as serious or as permanent as it seems. Things get better. You're so loved and so worthy and so deserving of all of the things that you desire. Because I feel like I would
like
always
that.
get like,
I like that
I would
permanent
always,
as it.
yeah, I
nothing's
would
as
always feel
permanent.
like, oh my gosh, things are gonna be like this forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
always, like
because
especially
in the
as a
moment,
teenager,
it
it's
just
like-
feels like your life is never gonna get better. Like
especially
your life
if you're
just feels so
experiencing like a
shitty.
depression or like an anxiety or something like that. It just like
You're like
feels
stuck
like
in the trench.
It just feels like nothing's gonna get better. I just want to like, I don't want to exist anymore.
Could you imagine if our future selves could really like?
I wish I could go back in time, and I wouldn't want to change anything.
Exactly.
Because obviously we all know everything happens exactly the way it's meant to. But just like letting her know that things are gonna get better and like it's just not as. Also, just knowing it's not as serious. Like I feel like everything was like the end of the world. What'd you write?
Well, adding on to
Yeah.
that though, I feel like growing up, even nowadays, like I feel like that's why you don't open up to everybody because people are like, "How are you?" And you just say, "I'm good," because if you actually were to like open up,
Yeah.
people would be like, either like, "What the fuck," or they'd just be like, "Dude, it's okay, get over it." Like, I feel like all growing up, that's what everybody tells you is like, "Get over it, it's okay." and it almost in a sense invalidates your feelings.
Yeah, totally.
Because like most of it really is like you just being dramatic, like it really isn't the end of the world. It's like, well, I still feel this way though, like,
and it's totally
I need to
valid,
feel it.
even if it's like seems like a stupid thing to be upset about in hindsight.
Yeah.
You know, but like in the moment, like your feelings are valid, which I think is why it's so important to like, at least like for when I have kids, like, you know, you with Serenity, like holding that space for her.
All right, I said, I love you. You are enough. Loving yourself is enough. You are strong. Strength doesn't have to come from negative places. Strength can come from success and unconditional love.
Aw, I like that.
Thank you.
You're gonna make me cry.
I know, I almost started crying.
What's an example of a strength coming from a negative place?
Like being with my partner for 7 years, like I feel like I always told myself like I'm strong
For, like,
I put up
sticking
with
with
it.
this.
Yeah.
Because my mom puts up with my dad.
That's interesting.
So I feel like growing up watching her, it made me feel like, oh, my mom's so strong. So like I just like kept giving him chances and chances, like thinking
Trying to make it work.
We're coming back stronger than ever.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I
yeah,
love
that's what I meant.
that. Like strength doesn't have to come from negative places. It can come from healthy places.
I like that.
How are you really? I've been doing good.
I know,
We've
me
been
too.
hanging
I
out.
know.
We've been hanging out for like
everything's
3 or 4 days. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm really good in my life now. I always feel like I have to be there for people and like help them and stuff, but then it's like, no, like I don't have to do that anymore. Like I can get those like feelings I need elsewhere, you know, of like being strong and accomplishing things or whatever. Seeing the
you
other
enjoy
side
doing
of it. Yeah. So that's what I would say.
I feel like a lot of times in friendships I felt like if you know what I mean, like when you feel like you're forcing like, oh,
You're
like
trying
let's
to
hang
make it
out.
work.
Like, yeah, but I don't know, for us it just feels like natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like easy. We're like, okay, let's hang out tomorrow.
Yeah,
let's
and
hang out this weekend. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't feel,
And we can do
and I
like
like look
a lot of
forward
things.
to it. I
Yeah.
don't feel like, oh, like I have to hang out with people, you know.
Exactly. I feel like it's my therapy healing session.
Yes,
Like
I
I'm like,
know.
oh, I'm
I
going
can't wait to
therapy.
debrief.
Yes, seriously. I'm like, I have a lot to let out.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it feels good.
I got the crappy card.
Okay.
I know. Oh, my neck
My
almost
whole
hurts.
ass is
Like
down.
our partner.
You're like my partner.
I'm on my way to work, and I know there's a bad glare on my glasses, but I had to record this because my heart is feeling just as tender as my womb right now. I am on the 2nd day of my moon cycle. Yesterday was really painful physically, but also I just felt like at any moment my eyes would burst with tears of joy, not even of anything sad. I just felt so tender and open, and like an open wound, I guess you could say. I just felt very exposed and very vulnerable yesterday, and I've noticed the more I've been able to drop into my body and really like acknowledge the way that I feel each phase of my moon cycle, I've noticed that typically on the first day of menstruation, I just feel so, I don't know if there's a better word, but I feel so tender. My womb feels tender, my womb feels open and like exposed, and so does my heart, and it's such an interesting feeling, and now it's the 2nd day, and I'm feeling a little bit lighter and just a little bit like more joyful. Yesterday I felt a bit lethargic, and maybe it's just because it's the morning and I just woke up, so I'm, you know, I feel really good, and I haven't worked yet, but I don't know, I woke up this morning and I just started to think about the life I was living a couple of years ago, and how at that time I had come to a place of such joy compared to where I had been, you know, a year before that, and just the immense amount of growth that I've experienced over the past couple of years, and I love, you know, the past versions of myself, and it makes me so emotional to just think about who I was, where I was at, and I was just at the beginning of this healing journey. I was just at the very beginning. I didn't even know what was coming for me. I did not even know what was waiting for me in the years to come. I could not even have imagined how amazing my life would become, and I don't know, I was just also thinking about the people that were in my life at that time, and you know how we always have people that come in and out of our lives, people that, you know, we grow out of and we're not as close to anymore, and my heart just feels for them, and I just feel so tender, like I feel so tender and emotional, and just thinking about how much love I have for the people that have supported me all along my journey, no matter where I was at. And I just wish each and every one of them could know the immense impact that they had in my life. And even if they feel like they just played a small part, like I just love the people that I've had in my life so deeply. Even if things didn't end well, even if, you know, whatever, no matter what happened, even if it was whatever, like I'm just so grateful for the people I've had in my life, and I have so much love for every single person that has played any role in my life, and I just feel so emotional. You know, I'm just on my moon cycle. It's such a bitter sweet thing to be so close with people and then to not be, you know, and then to look back and be like, oh, I see the purpose behind our relationship or friendship. I see why they were in my life. I see the lessons that I was meant to learn. But wow, like I miss them, and I just miss their presence. And I'm mostly talking about like my friends I had around the time when I was first beginning the spiritual journey, and just like I still had so much to learn, and I still had so many areas to grow in, but like the people that loved me so well around that time, like really got, I don't want to say worse, but they got a different version of me at that time, and I'm just so grateful that those people stuck around and supported me and loved me, and yes, I'm just feeling extra tender, extra emotional these days, but I'm so full, like I'm so filled to the brim with joy. I could just cry. Like I was driving, and right before I was recording this, I was just windows down, like blasting my music. It's such a beautiful warm day, and there was like a little fawn and her mama, and the little fawn had all the little white spots on it, and I slowed down, and the little fawn was just hopping alongside me, like on the road, and it was just the cutest thing, and I almost started crying just because of my heart feels so exposed and open and sensitive to even little moments like that, but just how beautiful, how freaking beautiful. It's a mama deer and her baby, like it was so beautiful, and I love them, like I love the deer, like I was sending my love to them, and hopefully they feel it, you know, like I'm so happy for some reason. And I'm grateful to have gotten to a place where going to work isn't something I dread, and it's something that I'm excited about. Not even excited about, but I'm happy. So like, not like going to work, I'm gonna be happy at work. I feel so joyful and happy and grateful, deeply, deeply grateful for the growth, for this journey, for the people that I have in my life now, my new friendships, oh my gosh, my relationship, like oh my gosh, I am so deeply loved, like I am so loved. And my relationship with my mom, she just sent me, yesterday I went over to chat with her because she just got back from a trip, and you know, I wanted the tea, I wanted the debrief, I wanted to hear all about it, I wanted to see the pictures, so I went and spent some time with her, and just like the more, I'm gonna cry, just the more I get older, the more I just recognize like how similar we are, and not in like the ways where our generational trauma has impacted us, and we react to things the same way, and we have things to work through, but in the way that we're similar in all, like, the best ways as well, and just the way that we view life and the way that we show up to friendships, and the way that we have such a desire to heal people and heal ourselves and to grow and to show up fully and authentically. And it's just beautiful to watch. It's just beautiful to watch her and be able to just see the human in her, and to not only just see her as, you know, a mom, but to see her as all the other things that she is. And she's like one of the most beautiful people I've ever met. I'm so grateful. I'm so deeply grateful for her. Ugh, see, this is what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. And I did mascara today, you guys. Gosh, had me crying in the club over here. But she sent me a video, my mother did, to edit for her so she can post it on Instagram. And it's just her talking about showing up as your best self to work, how fitting, and just like being the light, because your energy really does affect the people around you. It affects your day, and I'm just so, it just like brings me so much joy to see her using words like energy and just, I don't know, it's just, she's so me, like, we're so similar. It's so funny and beautiful, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I adore her. Oh my gosh, my moon cycle is beautiful. It's beautiful, but it is emotional. It is very emotional, and I haven't really cried like the past couple of days. I don't think I've cried once, and it was because yesterday I was in so much pain. My uterus was in so much pain, but I'm feeling better today. Also, I'm so grateful for I'm so grateful for sisterhood and for the friendships that I've been cultivating and nourishing, and I was telling my new friends, like, our friendship feels so easy and divine in the way that I don't feel like, I don't dread making plans, like, I don't cancel plans, like, I don't feel the need to cancel them. I don't feel drained after interacting with them. Rather, I feel filled. I feel invigorated. I feel like I could hang out with them forever. I feel so deeply seen and held and known and acknowledged, and like all the good things, or like all the things that you want to feel in a friendship, like I feel with them. And what a relief it is to have found people that are on the same wavelength as me and have the same desires as me, in the way that we're simply just trying to better our lives and better the lives of the people around us, and just show up as our full authentic selves, and show up intentionally to life and intentionally to our friendships and our relationships. And oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's truly a sisterhood, and I'm so grateful and honored that I get to play a part in our little friend group. It's just so amazing, and I'm so lucky, and they're like some of the most beautiful people ever. And it's crazy because we are all very different people, but like we have so many similar qualities, and like just the way that we view things and the way that we experience the world is very similar. But like our personalities and styles and everything are very different, and I love that about us. It's just definitely like the most nourishing friendships I've ever been in. And obviously every friendship has its place and has its purpose, but like it just feels so healing, the way that we speak to each other and the way that we see each other, and the way that we try to be, you know, so present with each other. It's just truly magical, and I love women. I freaking love women. It's just it's so different interacting with the masculine energy, especially unhealed. Whoa. As I was saying, especially unhealed masculine energy, it's just that can be a lot. Sometimes it can be too much, and I don't know. It's just so different with women, and the feminine energy is just the most magical, most beautiful, like, energy ever, and I love to be surrounded in it. I would love to be surrounded by feminine energy all the time. Like, it is the most gorgeous energy, but, you know, I don't know where I was going with that, but I just love my friends. I just love my friends so much, and I'm seeing 111 right now in front of me, and like everything's just so divine, and I'm so grateful for life. I'm so grateful for this life, and that I get to experience life in this vessel, and I'm falling in love with this vessel, which is like even cooler. Like, it's even cooler because I've spent a lot of my life like despising her, like despising this body, and not feeling connected to it, and feeling so detached, and I don't feel that way anymore. I don't. I truly just love myself so much, and I appreciate myself, and I'm so grateful for myself for getting myself this far in my life and on my journey. I'm truly just falling in a deep love with myself, and getting to know myself more and more every day, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm almost at work, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video and get back to my music, but I just needed to share some stuff that was on my heart, and yes, I love you all so much, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for just sharing these moments with me, and for letting me hopefully be like a small light in your life, hopefully inspiring you to just do all the things that I'm talking about, to love yourself, and to go about life in a way that doesn't hurt, and to cultivate friendships and relationships that feel good to you, and to show up to life each day with, you know, just like childlike wonder, really. I hope you all have an amazing day and life, and I hope to see you in a video soon.